Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. This video is a continuation of the Prestige class videos. We are in the Draconomicon from 3rd edition D&D. The Prestige class we are going to look at today is the Dragon Rider. So if you wish to join me because you have the book, we are on page 124. Otherwise, I'm going to go over the prerequisites for the class, and then I'll break down the table for you guys and look at all the abilities, and then I'll dive into the written text of the abilities after that. I will tell you if there's any changes I'd make for Pathfinder, or how I would edit it for Pathfinder as I go over prerequisites, because some of those don't quite mesh the same, where they changed a little bit how skill ranks work. So without further ado, let's dive into the Dragon Rider. So the requirements to become a Dragon Rider: you have to have a base attack bonus of 5. So a fighter type character, somebody with a maximum base attack bonus equal to their level, would get there at 5th level. The feats you need is mounted combat and skill focused ride. And then the skills you need is diplomacy 4 ranks, handle animal 4 ranks, and ride 8 ranks. I would change the ride, because if you look at the ride of 8 ranks and the base attack of 5, a fighter could not have that in Pathfinder at 5th level. So I'd change the ride requirements to be 5 ranks. The reason is where Pathfinder gets you get ranks equal to your level, but at your first level you get a +3 miscellaneous bonus. And 3rd edition, that +3 wasn't a miscellaneous bonus, that was actual ranks. So you'd get 3 plus your level as your maximum ranks in a skill. So there's the difference, and that's why I would change ride to 5 ranks. You must have Draconic language. Those are all the requirements. Your hit dice when you level in this Prestige class is a D10. So you get a decent hit dice for a Prestige class, for a regular class. You gain 2 plus your intelligence modifier for skills every time you gain a level in this class. Your weapon and armor proficiencies. A Dragon Rider gains proficiency with the lance, long spear, short bow, and all simple weapons. Dragon Riders are proficient with light, medium, and heavy armor, and with shields. Now, in older D&D, like 3rd edition, when it said shields, it also included tower shields. So I would change that to not have tower shields while you're riding a dragon. But that's just what I do. Okay, so now let's look at the table. This Prestige class only has 5 levels to it. So it's a very short Prestige class. So if you take this as a fighter, you're not going to devote a lot of time leveling into this class. Like, it's not a 10 level class. So your base attack bonus on this class is equal to a fighter. So every level, your base attack bonus goes up 1. Your best saves are your fortitude and your best saves are your fortitude and your will save. They start at a +2 at 1st level, and by 5th level they are +4s. Your worst save is your reflex save, which is a +0, and it ends at a +1. So at 1st level, you gain Dragon Riding and immune to Frightful Presence. That by itself will be very useful. At 2nd level, you get Mounted Spellcasting. That can be very useful too, especially if you wish to take spellcasting classes like Sorcerer and then cast it from top of one of these dragons. So I could also see the Magus being a really good Dragon Rider. You just have to get the base attack bonus of 5, so you'd need to be about 7-ish level. So after you've made it to about 7th level or so, when your base attack bonus is 5, the level after that you can level into it. At 3rd level, you gain a bonus feat. At 4th level, you get Flybite attack. And at 5th level, you get Spur mount. So let's dive into what these abilities are in depth. Dragon Riding. A Dragon Rider may add his class level as a bonus to any ride checks made in conjunction with riding a dragon. In addition, any dragon ridden by a dragon rider enjoys maneuverability of 1 grade better than normal. For instance, an adult green dragon with a dragon rider astride it has an average maneuverability rather than poor maneuverability. So next ability you get is immune to frightful presence. While mounted on or within 10 feet of his dragon mount, a dragon rider is immune to frightful presence of dragons. Now, I would probably change that a little bit. I would leave that text as is and then add a bonus to will save versus frightful presence when you're away from your dragon, because you would be used to frightful presences of dragons. So I might not make you immune when you're away from your dragon, but let's boost your will save a little bit. Let's say you get your dragon rider level added to your will save versus frightful presence. That wouldn't hurt anything. It wouldn't hurt anything to give you a +5 only against dragon's frightful presence by 5th level of this prestige class. Mounted spellcasting. A dragon rider has a +5 bonus on concentration checks made to cast spells while riding a mount. That would help. That would help a lot. Bonus feat. At 3rd level, a dragon rider gains a bonus feat drawn from the following list: mounted archery, ride by attack, spirited charge, trample, weapon focus lance, weapon specialization lance. You must meet all the prerequisites for this bonus feat. Next ability is fly by attack. A dragon mount ridden by a dragon rider of at least 4th level is treated as having the fly by attack feat. Spur mount. At 5th level, the dragon rider can make a DC 20 ride check to spur his dragon mount to greater speed. Success on this check increases the dragon's speed, flying and otherwise, by 50%, round down to the nearest 5-foot increment for 5 rounds. I'd put a limit to that in a combat. Like, it only lasts for 5 rounds, but I mean how many times you could do it in a combat. It depends on how intense your combats are and if you're doing a lot of flying combats or use of flying dragons. And I don't mean it needs to be a big, hard limit. I mean, maybe you can only spur your mount equal to its constitution modifier. Otherwise, after that, it gets too tired. It can't. It'd be like a barbarian exiting a rage. It just can't do it anymore. So that is the Dragon Rider. Those are the little bit of changes I'd make. If a Dragon Rider sounds interesting to play, put it in the comments below. I would definitely play one of these. The mounted spellcasting I thought would have been a little bit better than what it actually is written out as. But that said, it's not bad. It's just not as great as I was envisioning before reading it. Well, until we all game again, guys.